Thank you all for joining us. We have got Elaine May, Richardson, and Soulé here. And for those who don't know, any technical we're okay. They have put on a collaboration together as part of 3 Made by Music called Butterflies. I imagine if you're here, you would have heard of it. So we're going to talk a bit about that, and we're going to talk a bit about what they're all doing separately and independently. Thank you all for being here. How are you all today?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. Very good. I imagine that Electric Picnic must be like a common enough festival experience for you all by now.
I've only done it once. I did it last year.
That was your first time?
That was the first time I played it, yeah.
Nice.
My first time was 2017, so
Yeah.
I did 2017 and last year, but just not this year. Well, yeah, I am doing it this year, but like under different circumstances, which I'm super excited about.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I did it in 2011 was the first time. On the main stage of Body and Soul, like 12 o'clock in the day.
Yeah.
So I think I was like the first person there. I was like, people come, please.
Yeah.
You're like,
Yeah.
it's open.
Yeah, I was like, it's open, I'm here.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I've done it a few times, yeah.
Cool. And how have your summer festival seasons been so far this year?
Really good, yeah.
Yeah.
Played some festivals and playing some stuff with Dahi at the moment, doing some live shows with him, so that's been a lot of fun.
Yeah.
But
You were
this
playing it all together now, weren't
yes,
you?
yeah,
That was
did the closer of that on the Sunday nights, that was really good fun.
Yeah, that was really cool.
And yeah, this kind of marks the end of a lot of the live stuff that's happening over the summer and stuff, so kind of winds down after this, I think, really,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, same for me. I just did a few. I did Love Sensation. That was dope. And I'm doing tonight as well, and that's kind of the end of it for me as well. So now, about you?
Back to school. To work.
Back to school, back to work.
Yeah. Love Sensation was a big one for you. That was like a
That was sick. Honestly, like for a first time of that festival, I thought the outcome was amazing, and I really enjoyed myself, honestly. And I hadn't played a lot this year, like as in festival wise, and just the reception I got there was amazing. And hopefully I get to do it again next year. Hint, hint.
Yeah. Okay, so talk to me about Butterflies. How did it come about? Were you all just separately asked, or was there a...
I think so.
Yeah, and then we kind of came together to try and write a track, and we went to Diffusion Lab, which is amazing space in Dublin that we went and kind of hung out in, and we messed around with a few different ideas, but this was the main one that stuck.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And was it difficult at first? Like, did you all know each other beforehand, or was it very much sort of like...
We'd never met each other.
Right.
And the first day we met was like the day we went to the Fusion Lab to like be like, okay, how are we gonna do this?
Yeah.
Because obviously, if anyone knows our music, like we're very, very different. We make very
Yeah.
different types of music. We have different tastes and like different ideas about what makes a good song, and like, so there was like a couple moments where we were like, oh god.
Yeah, like I remember like the first thing that we said, it was like what do we like listen to, and the one artist that we all agreed on was Drake. It's like Drake brought us together. Like it was like, yeah, Drake, Passion Fruit. Like we were like talking about Passion Fruit.
Let's
for a while.
write Passion Fruit.
Let's write Passion
Perfect.
Fruit. Yeah. And then we didn't end up doing that the
didn't do
first
that,
time. It was
no.
like a completely different sound. And then like it didn't happen the first session. I think it was like the second session. And then Elaine just had this beat, and she was like, guys, what about this? It was like the very end of the session was like 2 hours left or something in the session, and she was like, what about this? And we were all just like, what? That is so sick. And then Butterflies was born, and it was quite easy to write to as well. And like I had some ideas. We came in the next day on the last day, and
Yeah, like the deadline was like 6 p.m.
Yeah,
and we were like,
we were like on
to
that
send-
day,
yeah.
like we had it like, you know, vocals down, lyrics written, and it's crazy how like something that took us a while, like, you know, it was the very, very last one ended up sticking and being such an amazing track. So
Yeah.
Yeah, it actually came together real quick in the end, which was great, because I think initially we were a bit like, oh, but then we got there, so it's cool.
Yeah. We've got a lovely soundtrack at the minute.
I know,
Sure you
I
can
was like,
hear. Yeah.
Is that the main stage?
What?
Is that
I think that's the
One of
main
the
stage.
stages.
Could someone tell them to turn it down? Like, that's,
Yeah.
please. You performed it for the first time earlier this week, is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah. How did that go?
That was good, I think. We did it at the Grand Social for like a Today FM live broadcast thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good. Like we'd done it once already for a 2FM like Studio 8 thing.
Yeah.
But with those,
Yeah.
like you have a bit more freedom to. You can do a couple takes and like no one's there other than like Tracy Clifford was sitting there. So that was like it wasn't like there was a live audience or anything. So
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
yeah, it was
Yeah.
good. It was fun.
Yeah, I mean, it was. Well, for me, I like. Let me be real with y'all. Like, I don't really know my own lyrics, so I had to have my phone out reading the lyrics out. So don't be surprised if you see that tonight. Ignore the phone.
Okay.
But no, it was dope, and the song itself is doing really well. And like, we're so grateful for the support from Irish Radio for it, and it's doing really well. It's on 150,000 streams, by the way. You know, so
That is
make some
incredible,
noise.
Really.
Make some
Yeah.
noise. Yeah, it's dope. So.
And apart from you having your phone out tonight, what can audiences expect from this show tonight? Because this is like a world first for.
World premiere.
Yeah, so the guys in the other collaboration, so David Kitt and Feta and
Yeah.
Keen Kavanagh, they're going to be performing. I think David Kitt's going to DJ, and then the guys are going to perform Follow the Sound, and then I'm going to play a few tracks after that as well, which I'm really looking forward to, and then the guys are going to come up and join me and play Butterflies. So it's going to be really fun. I'm really looking forward to it. So.
Excellent. I'd like to ask a few sort of questions about you as individual musicians. Sorcha, you were doing this chat room with us last year,
Yeah.
and we sort of talked about what your next step was going to be in terms of where you would live or where you would
Yeah.
what you were going to do. I don't mean to throw you into an existential crisis, but what's
I'm always in one of those,
okay,
so it's okay.
yeah. So what are you doing at the minute?
Well, what am I doing? So I think like a few days after this last year, I went to LA for a little while.
Yeah.
And then I was thinking of maybe going there, like, you know, moving out there. But then I don't know, I came back to Dublin, I started enjoying it a bit more. And
Yeah.
I have an album which comes out in the autumn.
Excellent.
I don't know the date exactly, so I can't give you it.
You
but
don't know or you can't tell or
I like think I know it, but like I said it once and then I was like, oh my god, I think that was wrong. So I just say the autumn. Safer.
And
It's autumn now.
Huh?
It's about to be
Is
autumn.
it autumn
Autumn's
already?
in
Okay,
there.
it's out soon.
this Friday.
This Friday.
yeah.
And then there's like a couple, like doing a couple European festivals between, like over the next couple months.
Excellent.
And yeah, so
Cool.
that'll be fun.
Yeah. And so like you released your debut EP. Incredible
Yes.
debut EP a
Thank
couple
you
months
so
ago.
much.
What's the reception been like with that? Can you tell me a bit about that EP?
I mean, obviously for my debut EP, you know, the feedback has been amazing, and it's just cool to put something out there for people that have been supporting me since Love No More, and I felt like, you know, it was time to give them something that they can, you know, kind of have to listen back on. And it's cool when like people are only discovering me as well now, and they're like, oh my god, Love Cycle is so cool. And you kind of forget, like I forget that I have an EP out there because like Love Tonight is like still doing really well, so I forget. I'm like, oh yeah, I do have an EP out. But the reception's been amazing, and I'm just so grateful for everything, honestly.
Yeah. Is the next step the album, or is that been talked
I mean,
about yet?
for me right now, like an album is it will take a while anyway, you know, like
Yeah.
it wouldn't come out next year or the year after, but I feel like it's something that I would like to do. But right now it's just more singles and maybe one more EP for you guys, and then maybe an album. Who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows?
Do you know when the next single's gonna come out, or has that been worked on?
I know I got a few, you know, I got a few tricks up my sleeve. Do you know what I mean? But it's coming definitely. You guys will get something, one more tune this year, and then chill for
Class,
a bit.
class.
So chill, like.
Yeah. Elaine, you've obviously been working on a variety of things this year. The remixes of Loa's track and Pillow Queens as well. Can you tell me a bit about what you've been doing for the last sort of 12 months?
Yeah, so last year I wrote a lot of new music. I went up to Donegal for a little while and took some time out, wrote some new stuff. So I'm going to start releasing that now towards the end of this year and next year. So kind of just need to finalise some of those tracks and stuff. So going to have a new single coming out in the autumn as well. I'm not sure when exactly, potentially
Yeah.
winter, but it's going to be coming out in the next couple of months.
Is this like a music thing where you just say a season instead of like a
It's
date?
safer
you know?
because
It's
things
so much
change,
safer.
and then
Yeah.
like people are like, "You said it was gonna be September 5th, and it's September 6th," and you're like, "Oh, I know."
Yeah.
So I just keep it vague until.
Like we're still waiting on the Rihanna album. Do you know what I mean? So like it's safe that we don't say a date either.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So what's your when what's your next release, or what's it kind of?
The next release for me is a single called Heartbeat. So yeah, that's going to be coming out in the next couple of months.
Woo!
Yay!
And then just a general question: what's next in terms of this collaboration? Are you gonna, are you gonna all just go your separate ways and never talk to
Never
each other
gonna
again?
talk ever again.
Okay, yeah.
This is it.
After-
After
good to know.
after like come like 11 p.m. tonight, it'll be like getting different cars home.
Yeah.
Like, stop responding in the
Yeah,
group
block,
chat.
delete
Yeah.
the numbers.
Yeah,
We have a
the-
group chat, guys. You guys should all join the group chat. It's kind of late. It's late. No,
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
No, I definitely would love to work with the girls again. I mean, like, just we could see how much. I mean, like, how much good we can do on this one track, and I feel like it'd be cool if we did something else, or like, we're not like, I'm not forcing you to work with me or anything, but like, I think it'll be cool that we do something else, or just write a few tunes or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, definitely, this is not the last time we're gonna.
Yeah, it's been really class,
Yeah.
I think, to like build new relationships.
Yeah.
And, like, not just meeting you guys, but we've met people that they work with, and we've all kind of met people through it. So it's been a really cool experience,
Yeah.
and nice to kind of build new relationships and stuff. So it's been good.
Class. Listen, that's all the questions I have for you. Remind everyone what time you're playing at and where tonight. It's. I think
Half past 10
Yes. Yeah.
at the 3 Made by Music stage.
Which is, it's where Other
where
Voices
Other
was
Voices was.
last year. Yeah. I took ages to find it last night, but that's where it is. Between the Salty Dog and Freetown.
Kind
I
of in the
think.
woods, is it?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
So 10:30 for world first collaboration. Give it up
World first.
for Elaine May, Sorcha Richardson, and Soulé.
Thank you.